Hello world, it is Thursday, August 13th, 2020, and it is a gorgeous morning in Defiance. It got cool last night, low humidity, which is quite nice. I have the windows open, so you might hear some traffic noise in the background, but it's a gorgeous day. The devotional for today is entitled Head Blessings, and it's written by Molly Baskett, and she bases it on Psalm 133 verses 1 through 2a from New Revised Standard Version. How very good and pleasant it is when kindred live together in unity. It's like the precious oil on the head. And Molly writes, my usually apolitical brother anxiety texted me the other day. What happens after the election, no matter who wins? Will there be an uprising? There are those among us who fear of conflict when November 4th or January 20th arrives, and with good reason. We're already experiencing pop-up skirmishes. Low-wage workers are getting beaten, even shot for asking customers to wear masks. Alt-right troll farms make zealots of millions with their deep state hoaxery about everything from vaccines to cannibalism. And not new, but newly emboldened, black and brown people openly assaulted not just by police under the pretext of law and order, but by white civilians shamelessly recording their own brutality. There is no neat Mason-Dixon line for this new civil war. Americans are living in two entirely different experiences of reality, one governed by fear and fight of the reptilian brain, often wearing a Christian costume, and one mediated by the neocortex's willingness to tolerate complexity. How will these two worldviews be suddenly reconciled? How will our own brains live together in unity again? The psalmist said, it is good and pleasant when kindred can dwell together in unity. But not all things that are pleasant are good, and not all things that are good are pleasant. Don't crave a pleasant peace that comes at the price of justice, just when so much injustice has been exposed and can be addressed. Crave goodness, even if it means postponing unity. Someday, perhaps sooner than what seems possible in this moment, we will better manage our individual and collective anxiety, and the oil of gladness will run down our foreheads and in blessing over the neocortex that lies behind it. And Molly's prayer. God, you made our brains, the panicky parts, the prudent parts, and the compassionate parts. Bless our whole brains and make them work well for the good of all your children, now and forevermore. Amen. Yeah, this kind of goes with the devotion. I think it was from yesterday about standing firm. There's a balance that has to be made. We can't have unity and sacrifice goodness to achieve that unity. I think we have to stand firm when it comes to living God's love, living the two greatest commandments, love God with your entire being and love your neighbor as yourself. But there are different ways of accomplishing that. You can try to accomplish it by force, but that's not really living up to either one of those. Or you can live up to it by actually living it and experiencing and exposing others to it. There's a lot of questions coming up. The divisiveness in this election time seems to be ramping up, although I'm seeing some elements of hope because there are some people who seem ready for something to change. And so there's a possibility of moving in the right direction if it's handled in the right way. So do what you can to bring people together, to crave goodness, even if it means postponing unity, but craving goodness, bringing people together over that, and working towards the kind of world that God really wants, that God intended at creation. Maybe then there will be unity. So have a good day. Try to enjoy this a little bit cooler weather, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.